of the day when I actually tried to settle for a law firm in Ibadan, I remember the man being a religious fanatic and was going on all about me covering my hair, using hijab to the office, and I'm like, waiting with this. When I was even in school, nobody bugged me. My parents don't bug me. So Alaye, please abeg, we're even trying to manage you and you're behaving like jo. And trust me, living alone, it's like, who sent me? Some days I have my who sent me moments, because just trying to set up with your money, there are things that you want to do, and it's not every now and then you'll be calling home. Sometimes you just want to be responsible. You get me? Yeah, it's your parents. Okay, if you don't enjoy their money, like, who else is going to? That's how I feel though. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel again today. My name is Falilat, Fali for short. So for today's video, I'm actually going to be doing something quite different. I'm going to be giving you guys a life update. I remember when I uploaded the apartment tour video, I got a lot of questions from people, and apparently a lot of people actually wanted to know the city I moved to, the reason why I moved out of my parents' house, blah blah blah. Someone asked me to do a life update video, and I'm like, oh okay, I didn't know we had gotten to the stage of doing life update vlogs, but here I am. So I'm going to be giving you guys a life update, basically answering all the questions that I've gotten since that video. And starting off, I think for those who watched my NYSC post NYSC depression video, I remember I spoke about job hunting and how depressing it has really been and how confused I've been, basically everything I've had to go through since NYSC ended. So towards the end of the year, I also mentioned in that video that I actually had other options, other job options, but they were not really things I wanted to do. I willingly, wanted to put myself into. But at the end of the day, I just couldn't continue to sit and wait around for employers to get back to me, or just lazing around and not really doing anything, because before you know it, time is actually going and you wouldn't want to have a gap on your CV, especially at the early stage of your practice years and all of that. So eventually I came to a very, very sad and tough decision with my parents to move back to Abuja. Yeah, so for those of you that are watching this vlog, and for those of you that don't already know, currently I'm in Abuja, Nigeria. So I moved to Abuja in January, and let me tell you, it wasn't the easiest decision for me. You would actually think, oh, why is she not wanting to move to Abuja? Abuja is a great city and stuff like that. But personally, for somebody like me that always like to plan my life around, things I've already set in my head, if my plans don't go according to that thing that I've envisioned for myself, I'm going to have a very tough time trying to adjust. And so yeah, coming back to Abuja, or making that decision to actually come back to Abuja was not the best of decisions for me, but I mean, there is nothing I can do. Before actually going into the apartment itself and how I got the apartment and all of that, let me actually talk about the job first. The job has actually always been available for me, like, I don't really know how to put it in details, but when you actually have a backup, like, oh okay, if I try every other option and this doesn't work, this person has been asking me to come work with them. So that is how my current job is. But the practice of the firm is not my area of interest, and that's why I didn't want the job. It's not like the office is not a great office. The office is actually very great. My colleagues are so nice, like, compared to where I used to be. A lot of other things you also have to consider when you're looking for a job. You have to look at sustainability, you have to look at your salary, obviously, you have to look at a lot of things like your growth, your prospects, if you're going to be progressing, or even the area of practice. You actually have to think, do I really want to do this? Is this what will still be trending in my profession in the long run? Do you understand? So I mean, there were just a lot of things I really had to consider. And for somebody like me, that I feel like I'm a very deep person. So before making decisions, I like to think and think. And yes, I overthink, which is very crazy. But at the end of the day, I just had to tell myself, you know what? I can't continue to sit down at home, even though I know my parents have tried. Me personally, I have tried to go for job hunts, and trust me, my job hunt story is not something that is very pleasant or I want to share with you guys today. But moving on, I reached that top decision of coming back to Abuja. And I remember when I decided, or when I finally agreed with my parents to return to Abuja, one of the conditions was that I'm not going to live with anybody again. Like, I'm not going to live with somebody or live in somebody's house. Basically, I just wanted to be on my own. It's not as if I enjoy being alone. Well, I actually kind of do. So the apartment I currently am now is a 2 bedroom. I remember some people were asking me from the last video, oh, how many bedroom? Oh, is it just one? Why is it so big? Blah, blah, blah. It's actually a 2 bedroom. Personally, I wanted a small, cozy space where I can actually control my space and everything like that. I was even thinking of a self-con, but as it is, my dad was just like, no, we're getting a 2 bedroom. What if you have visitors over? What if you have your siblings over? What if even my parents want to come over or anything? Which makes a lot of sense. And for those of you that have been asking for the rent, it's actually on the high side. Yeah. And please and please and please don't put yourself under pressure. I feel like at this stage it's still very okay if you're under parental care. Okay, so for those that have been asking, oh my god, how much is your rent, Fali? My closest friends know how much my rent is, and then when I tell them, some of them just go, oh wow, blah 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 blah. And obviously some already understand that my parents like paid for the rent, because I don't understand, or I don't, what's the word now, I don't know how you actually think I'll be able to afford this rent at this stage where even my job, like the 12-month salary, cannot cover my rent. So I think it's very okay for you to still be under parental care, and I'm sure like parents at this stage, they also understand that in as much as we're trying to do everything possible to be responsible, financially secure and all of that, sometimes it doesn't come off as easy. So if your parents are actually offering to help you or to assist you in anything that you have to do, I don't think you should reject it, or I don't think you should be ashamed of saying, oh, my dad paid for my rent, or oh, my mom bought me this. Do you understand? Like, it's not something to be ashamed. Besides, they're your parents. Okay? If you don't enjoy their money, like, who else is going to? That's how I feel though. But I got a job, and that is why I moved out of my parents' house. Personally, in my family, I know that, well, I've had a conversation with my mom growing up, because I actually grew up seeing my uncles move out of the house like before they got married, especially at the stage where they're in uni and all of that. So I just always felt like, oh, this is really kind of cool. Once I'm done with school, or maybe once I'm in school, I'm going to move out. Unfortunately, I didn't even school in Ibadan. So there was no way for me to have said I wanted to move out of Ibadan, or I wanted to be staying alone, because I went to a private uni and you can't even go out. Like, everybody has to be on campus. Anyway, but I remember having a conversation with my mom about living alone at some point when I start working, and my mom was like, no way. If you get a job in Ibadan, there's no way you're going to be living alone. Like, you move from here to your husband's house. And I'm like, why? 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 I think the reason, or what I've come to understand, is that parents don't really they don't really subscribe to that idea of a girl or a female child moving out of the house when you're not married. Because my mom clearly told me, she's like, there is no way you're going to move out of the house if you live in Ibadan and we still live in Ibadan as well. So the best you can do is, if you actually think you want to stay alone, the best you can do is get a job outside of Ibadan. And because I know I want to stay alone at some point in my life, I was really pushing to get a job out of Ibadan. Um, well, at some point, I actually almost gave up and staying back in IB. But as it is, I don't even think my parents themselves wanted me to stay back in Ibadan, because my kind of profession and Ibadan, they don't really align. Okay, it's not. Well, you're going to get offices. The offices that are good in Ibadan, there are law firms that are good in Ibadan, don't get me wrong. But the point is that you're not really going to. There's really nothing in Ibadan for me, Sha. For me, not at this stage. There's really nothing Ibadan for me. Exposure you're going to get for this kind of profession, I don't think Ibadan affords that kind of opportunity, and they don't even pay well. If we're being very honest, I feel like the pay rate in Ibadan is the worst that I know of. I know some places in the east where they don't pay. Let's not even talk about how principals treat junior lawyers these days in law firms. But working in Ibadan was just out of the way. And at the end of the day, when I actually tried to settle for a law firm in Ibadan, I remember the man being a religious fanatic and was going on all about me covering my hair, using hijab to the office. And I'm like, waiting with this. When I was even in school, nobody bugged me. My parents don't bug me. So alaye, please abeg, we are even trying to manage you and you are behaving like jojojo. So Ibadan was completely out of it, and obviously the only option I had left was Abuja. So yes, I'm currently back in Abuja now. Anyway, but considering my mental health, I'm actually good right now. I'm in a much more better place mentally. It's not like I have everything together, and don't get me wrong, like when somebody lives alone, that doesn't mean life is good or life is going on for them. I still have my struggles. And trust me, living alone, oh, it's like, who sent me? Some days I have my who sent me moments, because just trying to set up with your money, there are things that you want to do, and it's not every now and then you'll be calling home. Sometimes you just want to be responsible, you get me? Yeah. So yeah, but living alone is been, honestly, I'll take that over 100 million other options. Like, I can never live with anybody again. There is no place on earth that can ever be like your own space. Like, quote me anywhere, no place, nowhere. Okay, I have my freedom, which I still don't abuse it, because I know my right from my wrongs. But there's just something about you very being very comfortable, something about just coming back home and it's your space. You don't have anybody encroaching on your space, you don't have anybody entering your room, or your kitchen is not messy. All those little things go a very long way. But I'm actually in a much more better place mentally now than last year. The only thing that I can say is really bothering me right now is I'm still looking for a better career opportunity that is going to offer me more prospects, more future opportunities and stuff. But as it is now, I'm okay. I'm actually very okay. Like, I can't complain. Okay, well, I can complain, Sha, because I want more money, but I'm okay. Life is great, life is going well. The only thing is I want to go home. So please, can these people let local flights go? Anyway, so that's pretty much it about this video. I don't really think I have so much to say other than the questions that people ask me. And it's so funny, because in that apartment tour, towards the end of the video, I actually said, I recorded a part saying, oh, I was going to tell you guys where I am in my next video. But I don't know why I cut it out, because I just felt, oh, nobody will be interested in where you are. But apparently I was wrong. So yes, guys, I'm back in Abuja. I moved to Abuja. I live alone now. um what else, yeah, I'm no longer in Ibadan. I moved out of my parents' house. What else did they ask me? Yes, I have a job. I'm currently working in Abuja. What else did you guys ask me? Okay, I've talked about the rent. It's just an average 2 bedroom in Abuja. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much all I just have to say about this video. It's nothing really spectacular, if I do say so myself. Okay, so I feel like I'm forgetting to say something. I don't remember, but I think I'm forgetting to mention something. Okay, so I remember what I was going to say now. A couple of people were actually asking if I'm not scared of living alone, how I'm coping, like living alone. I'm not scared. Some days I have my moments, because I'm somebody that has visual hallucinations a lot, and sometimes, like, stupid thoughts will just cross through your mind and everything. But largely, I'm not scared, and that's because before I actually moved in, or before I actually moved in, I started praying against the spirit of fear, because I know fear is a very, very crazy thing. And I think I'm actually quite security conscious. Then where I am, like where I stay now, the security around the estate is very okay. So there's really nothing to be scared of. As long as I'm in my house, my doors are locked, and I don't really keep late nights. In fact, I don't keep late nights at all. So yeah, there's really nothing to be scared of, aside the fact that sometimes you feel like you're hearing voices. Nah, I'm just kidding. Scared of wall geckos. Jeez, I hate them. Those, oh my gosh, I hate wall geckos, like from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, but aside that, if I see cockroach, if I see rat, I'm going to kill it. But I'm not scared. I'm okay. I'm very, 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 very much okay. There is nothing to be scared of. For somebody that has never lived alone before, I think I'm actually doing well. I'm doing well. What else do I want to talk about? I don't really know how to do this life update thing, but currently I'm in Abuja now, and yeah, I couldn't get to go home. I couldn't get to go to Ibadan to be with my family, because by the time I got off work, local flights were already suspended. Yeah, that's pretty much just it about this video. I don't really have so much to say, just that I have a new job, I have a new home. I feel like I kind of have a new life, living alone, that independent girl vibes. Not really independent, I still collect money from my daddy and my mommy, but hey guys, so make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, share, comment. I'll see you guys in my next video. And drop me a comment if you want a video on this look, on this hairstyle, because girl, I'm about to bring it. Okay, 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 okay.